Okay, so now we're ready to create our project, our Unity project, and start building out game objects, importing sprites, creating animations, etc. I'm going to keep these videos pretty short, mostly because I tend to screw up if I attempt to do a longer run. So we'll start Unity, and then we want to create a new project. We'll call it RPG. And the location, recall that we want to make sure that the location of this project is underneath our cloned Grad262 repository. Okay, so wherever you clone that repository, that should be the location in this field. Then template, this is a 2D project, so make sure you select 2D. I'm going to click Create Project and then pause, since this will take a bit, and then I'll be back once Unity is online. Okay, Unity is up. I will full screen it. And then first thing we're going to do is create a couple of game objects, our first game objects. So in the sample scene, which we'll rename in a second, I'm going to start with just creating an empty object. I will name this one player object. And then I'll create a second empty object, which I'll name enemy object. So both of these objects, we're going to want to display them as sprites. So we need to add a component, sprite renderer. So under this add component, just type in sprite, select sprite renderer. Later on, when we import the sprite sheets, we'll actually bind that to an image. But for now, let's just add the component. Likewise, the enemy, add sprite renderer, and we are good to go. I'll save that. Now this scene, I'm going to rename it level 1. This will be the only scene in this prototype game, a single level. Now, in preparation for importing the sprite sheets and splitting them, which we'll start in the next video, I'm just going to create some folders. So under assets, I'm going to create a folder which I'll call sprites. And then in sprites, I will create a subfolder, player sprites, and another subfolder, enemies. Okay, so now we're getting a little organization for where we're going to import our sprites. We've renamed our scene, and we have a player and enemy ready to be configured. So we'll stop there, and the next video we'll start to import the sprite sheets, split them, and create our first animations.